Winner bracket final. Alright, Towers of Doom, map number 1. I had to concentrate on that intro way more than you have any idea, because I was honestly sitting here and I was thinking, I don't know why, that we would enter now a best of 5 and the grand final of the event. And then I was just like, wait a second, this is happening tomorrow. It's Saturday. It's day 1 of the second qualifier. Like, I'm a man ahead of my time. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, in my head it was already grand final time. So yes, obviously we're not quite there yet. We're in the winner bracket final, which is a best of 3, and we have the Saboteurs going up against the Storm League Enjoyers, who have crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. They bulldozed the Raiders with a 2-0, which was impressive to say the least, particularly because they made the maps not even look close. So it was quite something. But again, we're heading into Towers of Doom. Obviously, again, this is Meta Madness, qualifier number 2. We have, for the main event, for the playoffs, for the tournament itself, 2,000 euros of prize money, fully financed by me this time. We are currently looking at 8 heroes that are banned for the entire second qualifier. As we move to qualifier number 3, 4, 5, there will be more heroes progressively pre-banned, and heroes can only be played once as usual in Meta Madness. So with that, we now have a Jojo banned out, and also a ban on Sergeant Hammer. Hammer time again over here. Lucio, they're getting rid of him on Towers of Doom. And, well, I mean, I want to see what we're going to get as picks. I would love if we are now getting a Vikings game, for example. I just don't really think that's going to happen, especially not as a starting map. I would like it, but yeah. So much for that. So yeah, no Vikings, but we get Tracer. So Dino wants to be aggressive. Dino wants to come in, wants to immediately try and take him out. But we have now Dehaka, we got Sylvanas, and against the Raiders, all of these Sylvanas strategies of the Enjoyers have worked very well. Now they also have the Global at the top lane with Dehaka. So this is some really nice opening heroes for the red team. Now, if they can pull this one off or not, that's a very different story, but I am by now fully okay with being wrong in my predictions, because initially when I look at this, I'm like, yeah, obviously the Saboteurs, they are the favorites, right? But I've been wrong a few times today with that. It seems like we are really looking at some... It feels like the teams are a lot closer than they were in the past, if that makes sense. Qualifier number 1, we already had some very dominant performances and some upsets where teams got sent into the lower bracket where you would just not have expected it. And then today, some teams could perform on the same level, some struggled a bit, but I'm really liking the way that you can't before a series necessarily claim, okay, who's going to be the one winning it. Saboteurs, for me, still the favorites here, but we've seen some of the players on the red side step it up massively today, and who knows, maybe they can also take down the Saboteurs here. We'll find out. We'll find out together. Whoever loses isn't out of the tournament yet either anyways. You still have the lower bracket to go through, so we're gonna go for a full-on run through a lower bracket on the second day. And for now, we still got our Meridian Stuk over here in bans. Uther is out, Urel is out. I don't think that anybody is really going to go for the birdie here and go full Falstad or anything. But yeah, you still want to, of course, make sure that you are starting with a bit of a W into the series. Ooh. Oriel, game number 1. What are you doing here? Aegis, I guess? A Varian with the taunt. Alright. I'm intrigued. If they can siege up with some of that, we'll see. But I kind of like, I gotta be honest, what the Saboteurs you have. First of all, Dino and Tracer is gonna be a lot of fun for them. Muradin, Stukov, Lurking Arm follow-up. Very standard, very just like normal builds by them, very normal composition, but also an insanely powerful one that should really help them to do well in team fights if they can shield Stukov in particular. Now on the last pick for Atrax, so let's see what exactly the Enjoyers got up their sleeves here for their final pick. They need a bit more damage, of course. What they currently have is already a good start, but it's definitely not enough. So with Varian going for a taunt, you want to have a bit of burst damage behind it too. And they go for Cassia. Okay. Could have seen the mage. Jaina is obviously one of the usual suspects there. Towers of Doom, game number 1, winner bracket final, everybody. Saboteurs against the Storm League Enjoyers. Let's go. Towers of Doom, the first map in the best of 3 series here in the winner bracket final with Dino on Tracer for the blue team. We got Death Knight on Muradin, Hazops on Leoric, Yasuo on Stukov, and Rutsu with Li Ming. Towards the right side of the map, we get the Enjoyers with Arion on Sylvanas, Itrax on Cassia, Aether's playing Dehaka, Lavakal with the Searing Light is playing Oriel, and we got Twice on Varian. So, stage is set. Will the blue team walk away with a victory here? Or Dino immediately with Tracer. I'm gonna start to nibble on the edges a little bit. Tracer runs as a level 1 talent. We got the Fetid Touch for Stukov. And Li Ming down at the bottom of the map already unleashing some combos. And they're just baiting them to rotate back down. But the only rotation that's happening is from Oriel. And it's a very, very safe one at that. And then again, who gets caught is Hazops at the top. Not too badly though, so he doesn't die. He loses some of his hit points, but he's still going to be fine here. And of course, in the meantime, everybody just moving back down towards the middle. Dino just pew-pewing away. So nobody falling for any of these elaborate traps that teams were trying to set up here. But some damage therefore done at the bottom wall. Rutsu can get one combo out after another. That means the side wall is already destroyed. And as you can see, he nearly got the tower too. So has to be a bit careful that he doesn't get hit by Cassia again, who's already waiting for another opportunity to chunk Li Ming down. But it's some early damage that is being done against structures and towers here in particular. So nice start. Saboteurs also getting their own camp. And even trying to invade, because there's 2 heroes currently topside. So Death Knight realizes that they have a numbers advantage at the bottom and can therefore try and invade that, or at least push them back and delay them. That's exactly what they're doing, at least initially. Dino jumping in, connects the bomb, and Arian takes some damage, but not enough to seriously threaten the life of Sylvanas here. So we have a pumpkin camp taken by each team, and Li Ming is getting more damage in here too. 1 tower is now destroyed, and with Varian jumping in, he doesn't have level 4 yet, so there's no taunt available. But Twice was also instantly attacked by his opponents. Muradin, of course, moving forward there very, very quickly. Dwarf block is in. With level 4 we get taunt, and we also have the repeated offense. Yep, somebody has been a bad, bad girl apparently. So okay, Oriel is ready. Ready for some punishment. And we get the added slow from Leoric. Can already go for Dehaka here, I guess. But yeah, with the Triumvirate on level 4. The typical slower approach towards the game that we've already seen from both of these teams already a bit. No super aggressive 5 versus 5 early game start with 4 people dying, but instead everybody just trying to look for a good position here. And they're catching finally somebody a bit off guard, and that's Yasuo. Yasuo gets hit, but not killed because the rest of the team was ready to provide some cover and push everybody else back. Still means that Stukov has to be careful and either use the Fountain cooldown or Hearth back, but he doesn't need that. I'm not quite sure. Is he maybe already on cooldown on the Fountain? Did that happen? I mean, the objective is now up, and at the top we have Tracer taking 1, so the battle for the 3rd one is up. Still had quite a bit of mana there. Leo was even interrupting this a bit longer and is now keeping Sylvanas and Dehaka up at the top lane. So they might be able to get an advantage down here. Yeah, not able to get the damage connected with Itrax because Rutsu's abilities were already cooldown. Sylvanas now is able to get the kill on Leoric. He's soon going to be back, of course, and Sylvanas is now rotating down. Dehaka is even saying hello and tries to go for Stukov, successfully I might add. So they are able to go for Yasuo. He survives again, but I guess now they really have to give up that shrine. Yes, and indeed they do. So 2 of the altars, or yeah, alt on a shrine. 2 of the altars go to the red team. They have them now down to 32 points, and a little bit more poke happening also at the bottom of the map as the Storm League Enjoyers continue the aggressive plays that we already admired in previous games. With level 7 we get now the Energized Cord, Muradin with a heavy impact, Blizzard again doing their best to just fat shame the dwarf here. He's not that heavy, come on, like just because he jumps around a little bit. I mean, it is a bit disrespectful, honestly. It's like, yeah, Muradin is so fat, when he jumps into a pool, the water's gone. It's either the dwarf or the water, one of the two. when he jumps, the entire earth shakes. I mean, Blizzard, this is not okay. This is 2023. You need to be a little bit more respectful. Muradin is, like, call it heavy-boned, okay? This is less judgment on it, and we need to make sure that we're not going for all of these microaggressions. Yeah, we really have to shy away from this one. We need to be a little more inclusive, and even little fatties like Muradin are welcome in the Nexus. Okay, Blizzard, I mean, seriously, please. So, with a dwarf heavily impacting the game, we have them also heavily impacting the wall with their pumpkins. So that thing gets destroyed. It's a kill for a kill now. And, well, with the next altar coming up, this time in the middle of the map, we are gonna get a bit of a team fight on this one, I guess. Plate of... oh, Surge of Light, first of all in. And it's party time. So, let's go. Hits are coming. Particularly Limming is, of course, firing away with one combo after another. And yeah, they want that camp. The Tong misses. And okay, so they can keep it at least for now. Muradin, he got a bit close to dying here. He jumped out. And Sylvanas nearly got that. But the channel will be interrupted for sure. It's kind of funny how Leo, once that he came out of the ghost form, got immediately whipped by Oriel and just got flipped away to the other side. 3 hits already happening there. But yeah, they still can escort the pumpkins through at the bottom of the map. Some bell tower control would of course be nice this early on. Level 10 is in, and that is the moment where you have to just say, okay guys, you got the altar. We are fine. We don't need this one. We didn't want it in the first place. It's one of the shitty altars. We don't like the shitty ones. This one's ugly. We don't need it. We'll take the nice altars later. But not this one. It's yours. Has nothing to do with the fact that you have level 10 abilities over us. So, yeah. But okay, either way, we now have Heroics in, no surprises. Flailing Swipe is in. We get also Avatar. Red team is of course catching up. They have the Hark at the top, giving them some extra XP points here too. We get Aegis, Wailing Arrow. Would really shock me if we see anything extraordinary here. Yeah. Stage is set. Stage for the mid game is set. But I like that some of these teams that are playing now are a bit more cautious. And just don't go out YOLO the entire time. I talked about this a bit earlier, but this is quite nice right now. So every single kill can really matter and count here. Ether is realizing that too, but I think he's gonna get shut down hard, particularly since Leo is also coming in and helping out. And yes, that's the Haka gone. Now, of course, with them sacrificing 3 heroes, or using 3 heroes in order to go for that, and Stukov not being there at the bottom of the map, means that now we have some extra attacks coming at the bottom. Get wrecked! Yep, Rutzo taking aim with Limming and just dropping Sylvanas. Now I was about to say, we see some extra damage in against the bottom altar, sorry, bell tower. So, Stormlink and Jersey got something out of it, but that one was kinda nasty, that kill against Sylvanas. I don't think they can do much more. They stole the camp away. Maybe they can connect the pumpkins here and threaten someone. Nice Muradin Stormbolt would be neat. Doesn't get it though. Escorting some of the pumpkins in worked, at least one, and there comes the rest. Only one gets caught by Sylvanas, so 2 connect eventually. We now have 32 to 32 points on the core, and with Yasu finishing the channel down here, another 4 shots are fired as the pressure mounts up, and another nice entomb by Leo leads to another kill. So 4 kills, 2-1. On the kill count at least, this is only going one way currently. And oh my god! What a slaughter! Come on boys, give him a chance at least. 7 kills to 1 in this fight. They dove deep for that battle and they absolutely murdered. So yeah, nicely done. Take another look at this. I mean, they nearly got the entire team here. So first it's Cassia that gets attacked and killed. The Stormbolt connects with Oriel and then they drop her. And Sylvanas falls second after that. So now it's 7 kills to 1 and it's a 2-level advantage with even a talent lead for the team. At the top they're hoping to also steal the camp away from the Haka. Well, the taunt connects. There's the taunt. And Dino might get out, not so sure yet, but at least he dodged the isolation and now everybody's moving in. Only Limming is missing here. So the party is really going strong. The pumpkins are now taken and Leo finally falls. but Li Ming is chipping away at the hit points at the middle bell tower, and there's pumpkins at the bottom of the map, so yeah, that's another one. This is also going to get destroyed, another tower about to fall, and Dehaka, he's doing his best to deal with the bot lane. But here's already the wave of force. Li Ming trying to see if she can maybe get a kill against him, or at least get the pumpkins through. With the altars now activating, both of the teams are of course also focused at the top a bit. And Rutsu indeed gets the kill. Rutsu gets the kill, and well, that for a moment looked like he might get another one against Arion. But Sylvanas is able to go strong, and they give up both of the altars at the top just to retake the bell tower at the bottom. So yeah, there it is. Shots are fired, and that's 10 shots in total. So they're down to 18 points. All of this played out before they got the bell tower back. So, yep. Nicely done. Big attack and big damage. 29,000 now from Cassia. 32,000 from Li Ming. And Li Ming is still pushing for structures and everything else. Varian with a bit of an extra dance. Yes, he's trying to escape the Entomb, of course. But now the ult of Cassia is doing at least some work. Aegis also helping out, but they're blocking Cassia. Nice! What a storm bolt by Muradin again. It's a double. It's a triple, baby. They get 3 heroes, and they are trying for number 4. Seems like Dehaka is also gonna get murdered, and this is just nasty. The Saboteurs, they're going through the Enjoyers like hot butter through cheese as they take one hero down after another. An absolute bloodbath over here, and by now it's 12 kills to 2. Entire team gets murdered and wrecked. Triple altar phase is coming up next. They could go for the boss too, I assume, but they're stealing the pumpkin cams away, and they can still work on those additional bell towers at the bottom of the map. Yeah, it's getting a bit crazy. They should at least get 2 out of the 3 altars that they have. And now that it seems that they're going to convert another bell tower over, they will at least hold 5. I guess this one is going to be retaken in time. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. So yeah. Haas is already sitting in position at the bottom of the map. It's going to be the easiest one for them. And in the meantime, we have up at the top them also going for the second one. So indeed, they're going to drop them down into the single digits. I do not see the red team fighting for this. They don't have level 16 talent, so why would they fight? This is a big talent disadvantage. I just don't think this is a thing. 8 points on the core against 29. Couldn't really do anything there. But as you can already tell, this is not only a talent advantage, but there's also a huge gap in experience right now. Look at these attacks again. Here comes Leo. It's an Entomb, baby. Any second now. It doesn't even have to drop it. Could drop it now. Is there Stormbolt? Stormbolt doesn't hit. And Hazu hits the Entomb on twice. The Aegis prevents the kill, at least for now. But it's not over yet. Twice gets hit. He gets hit hard. They're blocking his path. And they're getting everything. They're killing them all. Sylvanas is the only survivor. Guys, I think this is game. Top bell tower is now going to be converted. They're already in the middle. Sylvanas alone is not going to be able to deal with any of this. And this means that the barrage is going to start. And who's going to retake it in time? I don't think anybody is going to be able to. They could go for the boss, of course, as well, but the barrage has now started. The first shot already fired, and they're trying to defend at the top and retake the bell tower, but I just don't see it happening, especially now that we have level 20 talents for them. They are 4 levels ahead. 4 levels. 16 kills to 2, 5 points on the core. Another shot is fired, and this is definitely game. It's impossible to bring this back now. It's absolutely impossible. They don't have the time for it anymore. 4 points, another one flying. This is the lead in the series. Everybody is just going for a little bit of a team fight. But of course, with only 2 points on the core, this is already lights out. Nicely done by the Saboteurs. Final shot is coming in, and that is game. The lead in the winner bracket final. Well done by the blue team as they take down their opponents on Towers of Doom. Alright guys, before we're heading into the next map, just a quick PSA for everybody. I already advertised for them a while ago, and we have a sponsor here on the channel, that is Holzcan. They make watches, sunglasses, a lot of accessories, and I'm a huge fan. I talked about them a few times, and they've been a partner now for a few months. Just a quick side note, as Christmas is coming up, they actually have some special offers right now, particularly with Black Friday, so they have Black Weeks currently on their website, and what that means is that they have some absolutely crazy discounts. So there's a link in the description that you can click. Clicking the link, by the way, supports the channel directly. So even if you're not going for a wild shopping spree or anything, just clicking the link already helps. So I would really appreciate if you would take the few seconds that it takes to actually click through that and visit the website quickly. But that out of the way for just a second, their offers are really awesome. I love the products that these guys have. I have several watches from them by now, and I absolutely love them. So if you guys haven't taken a look, you definitely should. And as I said, they have some huge offers. So if you're still shopping for Christmas presents, if you want to get something for yourself, this might be the best opportunity to do exactly that. So check them out. And again, click the link, just support the channel alone. With that, we're heading into the next match. So thanks guys for listening, and enjoy the rest of the series. Okay, Dragonshire is our second map, with the Saboteurs taking the lead in the best of 3 series here in the winner bracket. Yeah, the enjoyers, they didn't enjoy the last one too much. They didn't enjoy Towers of Doom. That was pretty straightforward. I mean, initially the red team held on, don't get me wrong. Until the mid-game, it seemed they were able to play there on eye level. It was always a bit back and forth. Very few heroes actually died, so most of the fights were even. But now we have the Saboteurs just stepping it up a little bit, and they really want to go to the grand final as quickly as possible. The way that we're actually scheduling the tournaments, there is a huge advantage also if you're making it to the grand finals, to the winner bracket. Because it essentially means that you have most of the second day off. You don't have to come in like early or do anything, so we've deliberately split the games between the two days so that the teams that do well in the winner bracket have less that they have to play the next day. So they come in a little bit later, they can watch their opponents a bit, so that gives you already an inherent advantage. People are always saying like, hey, winner bracket advantage, what's that actually? And just the fact that you have to play less games, that you have to be ready a lot later, usually is already quite a big leg up. Now, as we're heading into Dragonshire, same rules apply. The 8 heroes down here are unavailable. The 10 heroes that were played on the first map cannot be played again. So for the second map, that leaves plenty of stuff still open. But now we're going into a Viking span. Again, Storm League enjoyers, they just don't like us. They just don't like us. But I wouldn't put it past the Saboteurs to play something a little bit sneaky again. They played already Abathur a few times here. Wasn't this also the map where they busted out Murky? Am I crazy? Wasn't that the Murky Abathur that they played on Dragonshire, or was it a different map that I'm thinking right now? But yeah, either way, just saying that particularly Dino sometimes is willing, you know, to embrace that. So, yeah. But okay, Uther as a first pick? I mean, normally alarm bells would be ringing here immediately for me, and I would think Vala. But Vala is out. She's pre-banned. So if we were deeper in this, I would think maybe a double support with Sul'jin. But it's map 2. Bit early to bust out the troll. So, not so sure. Are they really that interested in having an Uther as a solo heal? I mean, if you go for Kerrigan, then Divine Shield can be really nice here. But I gotta admit that I'm a little bit confused by the high priority of Uther for them. Kinda wondering what they got up their sleeves here. Alright, they go for Greymane. That would have been my next pick. Outside of Kerrigan, what you're trying to empower with Uther. So they have Divine Shield Greymane if they want to. Hazops on Rexa for the tops, that already gives you a lot of control. Red team can of course still bust out a Kerrigan, don't get me wrong. And Maiev against that now too. But yeah, let's see what else they're getting here. I'm still a little bit skeptical. High priority on Uther, that early of a pick. If you're not going for a double support, that can always backfire a bit. But yeah. Okay. Let's see what they're gonna do. For now, when it comes to bans, Chromie gets banned out. Don't want to deal with that. And against the blue team, I wouldn't even... I would not even be mad if they banned Abathar here, considering how often the Saboteurs have already played it. I don't think it's gonna be the case, but just saying. They ban white main. Alright, so no white main in the house. And the next double pick here. What is Dino gonna get? Are they gonna start to think outside a little bit of the box, outside the box a little bit, even though it's only map number 2, or not yet? I think they just want to make sure that they're gonna take this with a 2-0, honestly. Tyrael, Sergeant Hammer, boy, oh boy. Oh, oh. Oh, I don't want to watch. Damn. Tyrael, Sergeant Hammer, Rexa, and Maiev. If you're on the side of the Storm League enjoyers, you're just looking at this and you're just like, why me? Yeah. They're not gonna enjoy this one, are they? Junkrat and Yrel. I mean, Anubarak Yrel is a great combo to begin with. So I like generally what they're doing here, but against this lineup on the other side, this is disgusting. Yeah. Panzergeneral Dino reporting for duty. Okay, Yasu, the final pick. They still need a support. And what's the weapon of choice now for map number 2? It's Deckard Cain. A little bit more zone control for them. Why not? Dragonshire, second map in the winner bracket final, everybody. Let's go. Let's see what the enjoyers can do against this lineup. Is it going to be a victory for them in map number 3, or will the Saboteurs lock this in with a 2-0 victory? Let's find out. Game number 2! It's Hammer time! Sergeant Hammer, played by Dino. They gave the tank to the German again. Never a good idea. Particularly for a Polish team, if I might say so. We have Hazorbs on Rexa, Death Knight and Tyrael, Yasu on Deckard Cain, and Rutsu on Maiev. Over on the right side of the map. Still, with Yrel and Anubarak, a lot that they can do to just jump in deep here. So we have twice on Anubarak, we got Ether on Yrel, we have Arian on Junkrat, Lavakal on Uther, and Itrax is playing Greymane. So, let's go, boys. Let's see what the boys in red can do. I actually kind of know, I think I know why they wanted to play on this side. I told you that they actually flipped sides. They're supposed to be inverted here. But they're playing on the right side because that's more akin to the Polish flag. Ha, finally figured it out. Napierdalai, baby. Let's go. So, what can they do here? They gotta take Sergeant Hammer out somehow, and this is gonna be a bit tricky with the comp that they're playing. They can dive in with the Anubarak, of course, which is at the end of the day gonna be the goal. Same with Yrel, but it won't be easy. I'm honestly thinking now, looking at this, if there might have been a chance to play some global strategy or something that would have helped them playing around them a little bit, you know, let the Hammer move and play around her. But that's, first of all, it's always easier said than done. Second of all, the Haka is not available anymore, so you're relying on Falstad, maybe something like Samuro or whatnot. But yeah, not quite sure. Either way, we'll see what they can pull off here. Fair to say, it won't be easy. On level 1, we now get the wave of light. Uther again with those steel blue eyes staring everybody down there. The guy must wear contact lenses. I always assume that Uther is pretty vain and a little bit shallow, and if you're looking at that face, he is wearing contact lenses. I mean, seriously, look at those steel blue eyes. This is the only thing that's there. If he would go for some, like, you know, some crap like the light shines through me, then it would be like yellow or something, or just bright or white, but not blue. So yeah. His eyes are... I mean, the only one that outshines him a little bit when it comes to blue eyes is Yrel. And she's a space goat. So, there's that. Level 4 kicks in. We get also, by the way, the regenerative biosteel. So, Dino already dipping a bit into the Talon build of Nick. We have also the Bound by Law over here. And it's time for the Hammer. And at the top, yep, Rexa, of course, holding on to this. Here's the beauty of Rexa. Control the lane, control the altar, the shrine, the thingy, the objective, and then push the opponent back. And Ether's already sitting here and is like, team, I kind of need a little bit of help here. Now they got Death Knight too, so I'm slightly alone. Someone needs to help me a little bit. Now they're trying to push at the bottom. Greymane is now coming to the top in an attempt to help out. But what exactly is he going to do here? First of all, they're going to get both stunned by Misha. And now Itrax nearly dies. Yeah, that could be a kill though. They go for Death Knight, and with Urel pushing it back into tower range, for a moment I thought they had it. But no, instead it is Anubarak that dies. So now the Beetle is gone, and they also took one of the towers down, and the push just continues. They're not even stopping here. Can stop, won't stop. Another stun, another jump. Itrax low, follow-up is there. He barely moves out. The entire wall is already destroyed. And they're getting easy first damage in on the fort. And Sergeant Hammer is sitting down at the bottom of the map, doing the same thing she always does, waiting for level 7. So, yeah. Dino's dodging out on some of the damage here, and now that Death Knight is also assisting him, they're going to be fine. But this gives us immediately the hover siege mode. We got Swift Retribution on the other side. And as long as Dino doesn't oh, well, actually, stun. Yeah, he doesn't have siege tactics. He does not have siege tactics. He went into the Biosteel instead. So, something to consider, but yeah, Twice doesn't like that either. So Twice is just sitting there as like, let me live! Leave me alone! Getting tired of these auto attacks. So now double control in just a moment. Rexa takes over at the top. Tyrael on the way in the middle. Guys, that's a Dragonite. That's a Dragonite right here. Dragonite number 1 in the hands of Tyrael. So, good start for the Saboteurs. They started initially with a kill, and now they can do damage here, while Sergeant Hammer sieges up at the bottom of the map. So it is a two-pronged attack that they have going for themselves now. Wizened Duelist for Greymane, trying to get some extra stacks and extra damage with Guardian of Ancient Kings for Uther. But as you can already tell, even with them pushing Sergeant Hammer back time and time again, there's already tons and tons of damage now done. I mean, it's just what it is. So in the middle, yep, this wall is slowly getting destroyed too. Itrax is back up at the top. They're pushing now also, first of all, for Urel. And is he gonna get the kill? Hazu has actually just screwed up. Hazu has screwed up. Nice. Nicely done. He dodges the kill just a moment later and is now able to walk away from this. So good job by the old man. He screwed up initially and then he made up for it. That could have been, yeah, that could have been a problem. But good for him. Junkrat is not so lucky though, so Junkrat goes down. And with that, we have 2 kills to 0. There's level 10 kicking in any second. And of course, on every single lane, the red team is currently losing ground. They're losing ground on every fort. Every fort is getting damaged. Just a little bit, some more than others. The one at the bottom, for example, is going to be destroyed now. But that helps them with even more shrine control since there's no fountains available anymore. And of course the big problem for the enjoyers is simply, hey, no level 10 abilities, what are you going to do? Sit tight and watch what's happening. That's what you're going to do. Unleash the Boars is in. We got the Blunt Force gun. Yeah, Blizzard, that's still not what BFG stands for. We all played Doom at some point in our life. That is not what that stands for. Doom, Quake, no matter what you played, some ID Software game at some point, and if it's Duke Nukem, I don't care. We know what that stands for. So, yeah, no surprises. Greymane, oh, that on the other hand... Okay, Rutsu has to get out of there. I don't know. Okay, so they can't get stolen. I was just checking the minimap to see if maybe there's enough heroes around that they can rotate in and fight, but not happening. In the meantime, though, another camp taken. And they're still relying on that half-level lead. Passive experience slowly kicking in for them. And Uberok, of course, also working on his level 1, trying to get himself a few additional globes, which has so far not worked out too much. Regeneration Master is in here now. And, well, as they are still playing this out, it is the top lane again that gets the most attention, because slowly the teams are starting to rotate over here now that the mercenary camps are up. There's the jump, 1 stun, 2 stun, follow up, and just not enough for them. Nice old Divine Shield even. They want Hazu and they cannot get him. What? What a save again, and Junkrat dies, and he might not be the only one, because now they're going for the rest of the team too, and they're just chasing them down one after another. Sergeant Hammer's in the middle, attacking another fort, and we have Maiev down at the bottom of the map, so pretty much the action is going on all over the map, with another double control on the shrine, and yes, Sergeant Hammer walks away with the Dragonite. Hammer with the Dragonite, Siege Giants at the bottom of the map, Maiev opening the wall up here. They're losing ground everywhere, absolutely everywhere. The red team, it's falling apart a bit. They did such a great job in the round of 8, and in the semifinals they faced off against the Raiders and had some stellar performance. But here in the winner bracket final, they're really struggling. They haven't gotten a kill yet. They're losing ground on every single lane. At least they're able to catch Maiev, have to sacrifice the cocoon. They're giving up space at the top and the middle just to get this kill. And even this might not happen. It finally does, but it sacrifices a fort over here and at the, sorry, a fort in the middle, a fort at the top. And boy, are they currently losing ground. Especially with the blue team now moving into and saying, all right, guys, what's up? Let's go in for a bit of an attack. There's a talent advantage. It's a 5 versus 4. But it seems like Twice is getting caught here. Got body blocked, and now he dies. Twice is gone. Nuburak is dead, and they can siege up even further in the middle of the map now. It's rough. Yeah. Nuburak died twice. And, well, now we have Urel trying to get them some experience at the top. But Rexa is moving down to the bottom of the map, takes another tower down. Rest of the team is sieging up in the middle with Sergeant Hammer, and they're opening this up as well. It's tough. It's difficult. Well, maybe now. Sanctification. Not even here can they get the kill. Divine Shield on Greymane, and the second it expires, he's in trouble and dies. Second he expires, he gets fully focus fired and doesn't stand a chance anymore. Way too much damage in a short period of time for him to handle or Uther to mitigate. Now they go or try to go for Ether, but it's an endless siege that they have to encounter now down here in the mid lane. So yeah, the wall is about to be destroyed and the blue team just doesn't let up. Dino is getting hit after hit after hit in. Weaves in these auto attacks like an absolute boss. I mean, really, his right click is superior to none. Inferior to none. Well, depends on how you look at it, I suppose. 31,000 damage for him. And up at the top, Hazu also retreating. I mean, again, they are in such a dominant position now. And the blue team, I mean, they know it. They're trying to play it a little bit slower. The red team is having none of it because they're just saying, we need to do something now. We can't just wait longer than that. We are down a talent, but we need to do something now. We need to be aggressive, catch them off guard. The problem is that they are the only ones that are getting caught now, and they're losing 3 heroes. So despite the fact that they actually had a good thought there, trying to surprise the opponent a little bit, get a couple of kills in quickly, they are falling farther and farther behind. But if you just sit tight and play the slow game, then you're eventually just going to lose out against a superior opponent that outplays you. Uther gets caught and is also about to get killed, uses Divine Shield to delay the inevitable even further, but it's not happening. 9 kills, 2-1. Yeah, exactly that. And another Dragonite. This is the third one, actually. Dragonite number 3. And with them going through the bot lane and the Dragonite going into the middle, I guess, we're going to have them attack on 2 fronts again, which should eventually result in at least one of those keeps being destroyed. Actually, Dragonite doesn't care, walks through the middle. Twice is, well, dead. I was about to say, like, he is in a bad spot, but yeah, no, he's actually dead. And now they're already going for the core. Guys, I'm not quite sure what to tell you, but Saboteurs, they are looking incredibly strong. They're super powerful here. They showcase it once again. First qualifier, they still struggled a bit, but here they now come in swinging, and they're doing so much work. The core has already lost its shield. They are having a Nuburak off the map. They're now going for another kill, and they take Urel down, and with the core losing hit points quickly, there's no denying the outcome any further. This is it. The Saboteurs, they go to the grand final. They win the winner bracket final with a 2-0 victory over the Storm League enjoyers and move on to the next round. 34% on the core. They're taking the rest of the team out too. 13 kills to 1 now, and they're not even done. They're going for Nubarak again, and this is it. The Saboteurs move on to the next round, and the Storm Leagues and Joyous drop into the losers bracket.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.